Hey everyone. I know we have a meeting scheduled today at 1 o'clock, but I haven't had very many participants in the meeting, so I instead decided to record everything that I was going to go over, and you can watch it at your leisure. We are coming down to the nothing left in this class, and so there's just a couple of things left to do. And you can see here we are this week, and we're working with graphics and graphic user interfaces, and that's chapter 7 and chapter 8. That means we have 2 quizzes this week. They're worth half the points, but it totals up to be the same. Then there's also the assignment 7, which includes both chapters, and a discussion 7. Next week will be our final week. And in that week, there are 2 case studies to do straight out of the book. And instead of a final project, I'm just letting you do these kind of longer Python case studies, an ATM, and playing the game of craps. When you go to these projects, you can find them in the book. They're begin on page 324 and submit a 300-word description about how this program uses objects. Include a link to the working program. So I don't just want you to make the program work. I want you to tell me how it works. 300 words is like a couple of paragraphs, so that's not asking a ton, but I want you to give me a really good description so that you can demonstrate you understand the code that's provided to you. And the same thing with the other case studies. Now, this course is technically over on October the 6th, which is a Wednesday, which is so bizarre. But I will accept these all the way through the end of the week till Sunday, and we'll talk about that next week. So, as far as chapter 7 goes, chapter 7 is divided into 2 pieces. Simple Graphics uses a program called Turtle, and it lets you play around with some Turtle stuff. And so Turtle is something you need to download and include to be able to use it with Python. It's just like an extra program. It's an add-on, but it'll give you the concepts of using objects and moving them in the Cartesian coordinate-based system. Then, once you do that, the second part of image processing is showing digital images and how you convert them. So I gave you a couple of extra resources for that, as well as the PowerPoint for that chapter. So that's the stuff, that's the graphics stuff. And that will take you to discussion 7, which is graphics in Python. And it says, look at some other possibilities of a program that can assist you with graphics beyond Turtle. And then just tell me what you find. So you see, we're not doing a whole lot of work directly, because one thing I found is some people have difficulty getting Turtle installed and functioning. If that's you, don't worry, because the assignments I'm asking you to do this week reflect the fact that it may be difficult, and I know we're coming to the end. So assignment 7 is review questions. Do you see this? I'm not even asking for programs this time. I'm asking you to answer review questions so that I understand that you get the concepts out of the chapter of graphics and using an additional program as an add-on to do the graphics in Python. So that's that. And the same is true with image processing and also graphic user interface. So graphic user interface, different than graphics, helps you create Python programs that have a graphical user interface and use subclassing and inheritance. So that's what's coming out of this chapter. There is a PowerPoint to go over the topic, but it's also the review questions are the assignment instead of programming projects to make it a little easier on you, a quiz on both. That will about end it up. The last thing we're going to do next week, chapter 9, we will have a discussion. There will be no additional quiz that week, so we have 2 now, and that's going to be it. Then we'll have the assignment for chapter 9, which is also going to be short. In fact, I might delete it completely. I've decided. So this just gives you a quick overview of what's going on. And since I don't get much participation in the Zoom meetings, I think everybody has been pretty clear with understanding the directions and instructions for this course, and that's absolutely fine with me, but maybe this will help for those of you who are just a little unsure. Also, I wanted to recommend to you to take CIS Prog 6. This class is going to be ending next week, and then there's a week off, and starting immediately after that, I'm hoping all of you will sign up for CIS Prog 6. It's called Data Analytics. And so it's going to be using Python to analyze data with some add-ons. It's a new class. I'm excited about it. It's an up-and-coming job-friendly market in data science. It's something that I think you'll find interesting if you liked Python. So I have this link on emerging careers in data science, which I think I'll send out to everybody. And this just shows what data science is. And this is just showing what kind of jobs you would get and what kind of money they make and how much of a market growth it is. And you see that the technical skills of the field are programming in Python. Also, we're going to use R and SQL a little bit in the next class. Cloud architecture, mathematics, probability and statistics, performance marketing. All of those things are some of the technical skills that are an important part of data science. But CIS Prog 6 is going to cover this first one anyway. We also have a cloud architecture class within at Chafee, so if AWS. So when you see that coming up, it might be something if you're interested in a job like this. So most people who get into data science get masters and PhDs, but this is a good place to start. So hopefully you'll sign up for CIS Prog 6. And if you have any trouble, let me know. And yeah, so that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. No meeting today.